The smell of freshly baked cookies usually filled my kitchen with warmth and love, but that day it was thick with the stench of betrayal. My husband Mark was leaning against the counter, his back to the doorway. Pressed against him was my best friend Sarah. My sister's son, 7-year-old Leo, stood frozen in the hallway, his eyes wide, a half-eaten cookie dangling from his small hand. He was supposed to be in the living room watching cartoons. I was supposed to be grabbing more flour from the pantry. We were all supposed to be a happy family, baking together. My heart shattered into a million pieces. The flour bag slipped from my fingers, dusting the floor in a cloud of white, a ghostly echo of my own shock. The sound made them jump apart.
Ow.
Mark's face was a mask of panic, Sarah's a mess of guilt. But I wasn't looking at them. I was looking at Leo. He looked from them to me, his innocent blue eyes filling with confusion, and then a dawning, heartbreaking understanding. He dropped the cookie. It crumbled on the floor, just like my world. "Auntie," he whispered, his voice trembling. That single word broke the spell. I rushed to him, scooping him into my arms, burying my face in his soft hair to hide my tears. I couldn't let him see me break. Not yet. I had to be strong for him. "Let's go watch your movie, sweetie," I managed to say, my voice strained. I carried him past them, past the two people who had just destroyed my life, and didn't look back. That night, after my sister picked Leo up, the dam broke. The kitchen, once my sanctuary, was now a crime scene. "How could you?" I screamed at Mark, the words tearing from my throat. "And with Sarah, in our home, while my nephew was here," he stammered, offering pathetic excuses about it being a mistake, a moment of weakness. A moment? I looked at the way Sarah had her hand on his chest. That wasn't a moment. That was practiced, comfortable. Sarah just stood there, crying silent tears. "I'm so sorry," she mumbled. "Sorry?" Sorry doesn't erase the image burned into my mind, and worse, into the mind of a 7-year-old child. "Get out," I said, my voice dangerously low. "Both of you. Get out of my house." There was no argument. They scurried out like the rats they were, leaving me alone in the wreckage of my home. The next few days were a blur of tears and sleepless nights. The hardest part was talking to my sister. I had to tell her what happened, and more importantly, what Leo had seen. She was furious, of course. Furious at Mark, at Sarah, and at the world for putting her son in that position. We decided to get Leo into therapy, to help him process the confusing and adult scene he'd unwillingly witnessed. His innocence had been stolen, and I felt a crushing weight of guilt, even though I knew it wasn't my fault. I filed for divorce. There was no discussion, no negotiation. The trust was gone, incinerated in that single moment in the kitchen. Mark tried to fight it, tried to win me back with empty promises and desperate apologies. Sarah sent endless texts, begging for forgiveness. I blocked them both. My life needed a complete cleanse. It was a long and painful process. Some days, just walking into my kitchen felt like a punch to the gut. I'd see the ghosts of them by the counter, hear the echo of Leo's tiny, trembling voice. I thought about selling the house, running away from the memories. But then I'd think of Leo. He was so brave, talking to his therapist, drawing pictures to express his feelings. If he could face his trauma, so could I. So, I decided to reclaim my space. I repainted the kitchen a bright, cheerful yellow. I bought new dishes, new appliances. My sister and I started a new tradition, baking Sundays. Every week, she and Leo would come over, and we'd fill the house with the scent of chocolate chips and cinnamon, laughter and love. We were overwriting the bad memory with countless new, happy ones. One Sunday, months later, Leo and I were rolling out dough. He was chattering away about school, his hands covered in flour. He looked up at me, his eyes clear and bright again. "Auntie," he said, "I like the kitchen yellow. It's happy now." I felt a lump in my throat, but this time it was from joy. He was right. It was happy now. We were happy now. Betrayal leaves a deep wound, one that feels like it will never heal. It can make you feel lost, broken, and utterly alone. But standing there with Leo, seeing the resilience in his young heart, I realized something. Can't control what others do, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to let the darkness consume you, or you can choose to find the light, even if you have to create it yourself. My ex-husband and my ex-best friend are now just footnotes in my story. They tried to break me, but they only made me stronger. They showed me the true meaning of friendship through my sister's unwavering support and the incredible power of unconditional love through my nephew's healing journey. My kitchen is no longer a crime scene. It's a testament to survival. It's a place where we bake cookies, where we laugh, and where we heal, one batch at a time. I lost a husband and a friend, but I found myself. And that's a trade I'd make any day. Thank you for listening to my story. If you're going through something similar, please know you are not alone and you have the strength to rebuild. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of resilience and hope.